Hi guys, so today I'm just going to be showing you some basic photo editing skills specifically for portraits. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start by opening up my portrait. So this is my portrait. I'm going to make it a little smaller just so you can see the whole thing. So I'm going to go to image, image size, and I would say for height about, let's say 750. All right, I think that's good. So what the very first thing we're going to do is we're going to duplicate the background layers so we make sure that we're not touching it just in case we want to go back. So I'm going to go right click and then duplicate layer and say okay. So now we have a layer on top. So the very first thing that we're going to do is we're going to go and make it black and white. So what we're going to do is we're going to go layer, new adjustment layer, and then choose black and white. So we're going to say okay. So now we have a black and white image. However, I think we can still make it a little bit stronger. So what we're going to do is we're going to go layer, new layer, and then curves. So curves is really great for increasing contrast, emphasizing lighting. So we have a really strong sense of light over here. So I think we can pull a little bit more highlight. And I think I want to get a little bit more shadows as well. And then after that, you can kind of play with this line to sort of find a happy medium that really works. So I think that looks really good. So I'm going to close it. So let's see our before and then our after. So see how we were able to bring so much more light by using curves? So before and after. So I think that definitely helps it out a lot. So then one more cool little trick you can do for a portrait is making a vignette. So what you're going to do is you're going to create a new layer by clicking this button right here. And then what you're going to go is go over to your gradient tool, which is this tool. You're going to click on it. And then you're going to pick the option for black to transparent. Now, if you don't have this option already showing up, that means that your foreground color, which is this color over here, isn't set as black. So make sure that your foreground color is set as black. Click here and then choose black to transparent. Next, you want to make sure your setting is not on linear, but circular, because circular is going to help give that overall radial effect of the vignette. And then what you're going to do is see this little button over here. You're going to make sure that you're going from light to dark. So that this button just switches it dark to light, light to dark. So make sure it's going light to dark. And then what you're going to do is you're going to start from somewhere in the middle of your portrait and you're going to click, drag, release. So see how we kind of have this vignette now around our image? So before, after. So it kind of creates this very portrait vibe around this image. So there's a couple different things that you can do with this vignette to adjust it. One of the things you can do is you can adjust its opacity. So if you make it less opaque, that means that the back of your image is going to show up a lot more. So you can have it more opaque, less. I think I like it around 80, 85. I like that. So next what you're going to do is you can play around a little bit more. You can play around a little bit more, adjust the curves, or I think right now I like how it looks, so I'm going to leave it like this. So those are the 3 different layers that I'm going to do to create this black and white portrait. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go File, Save As. I'm going to save it as a Photoshop PDF for this project, and I'm going to call it Chowdhury Ria Portrait. So that's my last name, my first name, followed by portrait. And then I'm going to save, and then save PDF. So by doing this, I've created my black and white portrait, I saved it, and I'm good to go. So that's all there is to it.